In this video, we will cover 20 important MCQs of interpretation of statutes, which is part of the syllabus of Junior Legal Officer Examination 2023 of Rajasthan. So let's start. First is meaning of construction expressio unius est exclusio ulterius. So this is the maxim, and what is the meaning of maxim? The options are: words must be expressed mention to exclude another possible meaning. B. Express mention of one thing implies exclusion of another. And C. Expression mention of one thing does not necessarily exclude inclusion of another. So the correct answer is B, which says express mention of one thing implies exclusion of another. This is an important maxim in in this subject. So express mention of one thing implies exclusion of another. This is the meaning of this maxim. Construction expressio unius est exclusio ulterius. Question is object of beneficial construction. So the options are: words clearly omitted in a statute, meaning should not be given which includes the omitted. B says if the natural meaning of the words are not able to achieve the object of a statute, extended meaning can be given. C says every possible interpretation for the benefit of parties must be preferred. It is preferred. It is the wrong spelling of preferred. Double F की place पर double R आता है and it is E there. So the right answer would be B. If the natural meaning of the words are not able to achieve the object of statute, extended meaning can be given, and this is beneficial construction. When जो नेचुरल मीनिंग है वर्ड्स की वो जो स्टैट्यूट का ऑब्जेक्ट है उससे मीट नहीं कर रही हैं, दैन उन वर्ड्स को एक्सटेंडेड मीनिंग दिया जा सकता है, एंड दिस इज द कंसेप्ट ऑफ बेनिफिशियल कंस्ट्रक्शन. थर्ड क्वेश्चन इज रूल ऑफ इजस्डम जेनेरिस इज एप्लीकेबल व्हेन. So these are the options: general words follows specific words follows general words, general meaning of the word excludes a specific meaning. D says a specific meaning of the words excludes general meaning. So what is the correct of this meaning of this maxim? So the correct answer is A. General words follow specific words. This is the meaning. Adjustum generis means general words follow specific words. So there will always be deceiving options in the examination, so you have to correctly remember these things. General words follow specific words, not specific word follows general words. So the answer is general words follow specific words, A. Fourth question is meaning of contemporanea exposition est optima est forissima in league. So the options are: rules of interpretation would come into play only if there is any doubt with regard to express language used. So it says that rules of the interpretation would come into play only if there is any doubt with regard to express language use. Option A is that. B says courts have last say in the interpretation of statutes, and C says old statutes should be interpreted as they would have been at the date when they were passed. So the correct option is meaning पूछा है, तो this is the correct answer. C is the correct answer because it says that old statutes should be interpreted as they would have been at the date when they were passed, and this is the meaning of this maxim. So correct answer is C. Next is fifth. What is correct in respect of harmonious construction? Harmonious construction comes into play when two or more provisions of the statute are repugnant. B says courts, while applying harmonious construction, it has to give effect to both the repugnant provisions by harmonizing them. And C says the rule also backs the rationale that one provision of the act does not itself make another provision useless. So all of these are correct with respect to harmonious construction. So answer would be D. ये तीनों चीज़ें ही harmonious construction के बारे में correct हैं. So answer is D. Next question is golden rule of interpretation is also called. Options are modifying method of interpretation, second Lord Wensleydale's rule, and C exception to the principle of grammatical interpretation. So the answer is D. All of these are also called as golden rule. Golden rule को ये name से भी जाना जाता है. So correct answer is D. Next question is golden rule of interpretation was first propagated in which of these cases? So options: Smith versus Hughes, B Christopher versus Lotinga, and Gray versus Pearson, and none of these. So correct answer is C. In this case, this rule was first propagated, Gray versus Pearson. Next question is, which amongst these is correct in respect of term construction? Construction के बारे में which among these is the correct? So the option 1 says it refers to the linguistic meaning of the text, legal text. It refers to drawing conclusions from the written text which are beyond the outright expression of the legal text. Third says exposing the true sense of the provisions of the statutes and to understand the exact meaning of the words used in any text. So the correct answer is second. It refers to drawing conclusions from the written text which are beyond the outright expression of the legal text. So correct answer is second. All these are incorrect. Option 1 and 3rd are about interpretation, not about construction. So correct answer would be second. Next question is, what is correct in respect of mischief rule of interpretation? So options are, it is also known as purposive construction. B, it is applied to find out what parliament means. C says it is also known as beneficial construction. And D, all of these. So correct answer is D. All of these is correct answer. Next question is, object of disabling statute is. So options are, it restricts doing of acts. B, it can take away some rights. D says it disables the provisions of law. So what is the correct? D also says A and B. So you see it restricts doing of acts and it can take away some rights. Both of these options are correct and A and B is the correct answer. Next question is, object of golden rule. Golden rule का object क्या है? So option A says that modification of the principle of grammatical interpretation. B says if natural meaning leads to absurdity, repugnance, inconvenience, etc., court can modify meaning to such extent as sufficient to prevent such consequence. C says it is also called called modifying method of interpretation. D, all of these. So the correct answer is D. All of these are correct about golden rule. इसका तीनों ही गोल्डन रूल के ऑब्जेक्ट हैं. इट इज़ मॉडिफाइंग मैथड ऑफ इंटरप्रिटेशन. इफ़ नेचुरल मीनिंग लीड्स टू अब्जर्बिटी, इनकन्वीनियंस एटसेट्रा, तो कोर्ट मॉडिफाई कर सकता है मीनिंग को ऐसे कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस, अब्जर्बिटी एंड रिपग्नेंस के कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस से बचने के लिए. एंड ए इज़ ऑल्सो करेक्ट, मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ ग्रामेटिकल इंटरप्रिटेशन. सो जो ग्रामेटिकल इंटरप्रिटेशन है उसके बियॉन्ड जाके उसको मॉडिफाई करके जो प्रिंसिपल अप्लाई होता है, दैट इज गोल्डन रूल. ऑल ऑफ दीज आर करेक्ट. सो डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, विच अमंग्स दीज इज करेक्ट अबाउट कंस्ट्रक्शन एक्स फिशरी बस एक्टस. सो व्हाट इज द करेक्ट out of these? First says this rule can be applied when the meaning of the provision is clear, cannot be applied. B says same words have same meaning within four corners of the act. And C says statute must be read as a whole. So all of these are correct. एक स्टैट्यूट को एज अ होल रीड करा जाना चाहिए. एक वर्ड की मीनिंग उसी स्टैट्यूट में किसी और प्लेस पर डिफरेंट नहीं हो सकती. एंड विच इज़ ऑल्सो ऑप्शन बी, सेम वर्ड्स हैव सेम मीनिंग विद इन फोर कॉर्नर्स ऑफ द एक्ट. एंड ए सेज इट कैन नॉट बी अप्लाइड व्हेन द मीनिंग ऑफ द प्रोविजन इज क्लियर. जहाँ पर प्रोविजन की मीनिंग बिल्कुल क्लियर है वहाँ पर ये प्रिंसिपल अप्लाई नहीं होता है. सो डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. ऑल ऑफ दीज आर करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, मीनिंग ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन नोसिटस असोशियस. So what is the correct meaning of this maxim? A says same terms used many times must be given same meaning everywhere. Second says to know from the association. C says one provision of the act does not itself make another provision useless. D, none of these. The correct answer is B, to know from the association. Construction nocitus abscossus is the B is the correct answer. Next question is, Hayden's rule is of year. किस year में Hayden's rule आया था? So correct year is 1584. The correct answer है A option. 1584 में इस रूल को लाया गया था. Next question is, what is correct with respect of schedule and provision? Option A is that schedule is not part of statute. B says in case of inconsistency between schedule and provision, schedule would prevail. C says schedule provides additional information in relation to the provisions. And D, none of these. So इनमें से क्या करेक्ट है? दिस इज द क्वेश्चन. सो द करेक्ट आंसर इज सी, शेड्यूल प्रोवाइड्स एडिशनल इंफॉर्मेशन इन रिलेशन टू द प्रोविजंस. एंड A and B are incorrect. C is the correct answer. Next question is, criminal laws are based on. Option A is purposive interpretation, harmonious construction, strict interpretation, and D again purposive construction. So the correct answer is C. Strict interpretation पे based होते हैं criminal laws. So C is the correct option. Next question is, maxim absolute sententia expositare non indigit. इसका क्या मतलब है? It relates to. Options are beneficial construction, B literal construction, C harmonious construction, D statutory interpretation. So the correct answer, which with what this maxim relates to, is B literal construction. B is the correct answer. Which amongst these is incorrect? So इसमें से क्या incorrect है हमें ये बताना है. Option A says interpretation means deriving true meaning. B says construction means deducing conclusions. C says declaratory statutes create substantive rights. And D says all of these are correct. So the correct option would be option C. Declaratory statutes does not create substantive rights. The option says it creates substantive rights, जबकि declaratory statutes substantive rights को create नहीं करते हैं. So next question is, which amongst these is correct? A says there must be a strict construction of remedial statutes. B says declaratory statutes generally have prospective effect. And C says golden rule of interpretation is also called purposive construction. D says golden rule of interpretation is modifying method of interpretation. Correct option is option D, golden rule of interpretation is modifying method of interpretation. Last question, which amongst these is correct? A option proviso is used to restrain the applicability of enacting clause to particular cases. B says exception is used to remove special cases from general enactment and provides for them specially. C says saving clause is used to preserve from destruction of some rights, remedies or privileges already existing. And D says all of these are correct. The correct option is, the right answer is option C. So if this video was useful for you and you want to see more such videos, then subscribe the channel and like the video. Thank you.